Good morning. So, welcome to the life of a EPIK teacher. I wanted you guys to check this out. This is my clothes rack, as you guys can see. But because it's so cold here, and because Korean apartments you generally don't have dryers, you have to hang your clothes like most of the time, unless you go to a laundromat, of course. Some of my clothes are still wet from the morning before, from last morning. So it's still hanging, and I'm hoping by the time I get back home today, all of it will be dry. Okay, before I actually head out, I just want to open my windows. It is generally a good idea to keep your room well ventilated in Korea, just because it is really humid here. Even in the winter, it is still fairly humid. And now I just gotta cross this road to get to my other bus stop, which is right over there by the GS.
Where I'm going isn't far, but in case I go, no need to be stressed, gotta take.
Alright, so we're on bus number 2. This one is gonna take about 40 minutes to get to work.
Just take it slow. I'll wait to find love, better hear the call again. For now I will feel the ocean view, and I pray that it won't be over soon. Oh my, I miss the sun. Just wait, it won't be too long till we.
As you guys can see, the sun is finally starting to rise, and I am finally here at work, or at school, I guess. I just have to walk like 2 more minutes. Just gotta walk up this little hill over here. It is freezing cold though in Korea. Just FYI, it's freezing cold in Korea when it's winter. Okay, if you're planning to live here, then you're probably gonna buy winter clothes. But if you're just like visiting Korea during winter, pack really warm because it is really cold. Even though it doesn't snow a lot, it is really cold here. Hello, big mirror right as you enter. I go up to the 2nd floor. This is where my room is. As you can see, super dark now. Hold on. So I'm gonna turn on some lights. I have lights here. And I'm gonna turn on one heater. Oh, and we just finished Christmas, so I need to put those down. Let me put all of that down. So this is my English room. We have a bunch of Christmas stuff that's still up. We have snowflakes that's still up. The reindeers, 2 Christmas trees. This one is the Christmas tree for the 3rd grade and 4th grade. And then this tree was the 5th and 6th grade. But today I'm gonna take them down. Okay, so usually the first thing I do when I first come to work is I start to lesson plan. Since Christmas is over, I gotta take these down first. Oh, speaking of the end of the year, what are some of your guys' goals for 2022 moving forward? I am not sure yet. Ooh, look at outside. There's finally some sun outside, but still no other teachers. I'm like still the only teacher here, +1. But I finally took down all all that's left is the actual ornaments that the students made, all the handcrafted ornaments, and some more over here. And the last thing I gotta do is actually take down these snowflakes. So, wonder if I can just jump up and get it. Oh, that didn't work out. Okay, let's go.
Looking for the answers where they used to be, at the center of it all for everyone to see. If I lose all the attention and I own nothing, it's just her and me on a bench in the street with Dolly underneath. That would be enough for me.
Alright, so now that I am done with cleaning all the Christmas stuff, have time to actually lesson plan. And speaking of the end of Christmas, do you guys have any goals or New Year's resolution for yourself? I do. I definitely do. Especially for my YouTube channel. I think I want to I 100% want to be more consistent with my YouTube channel. Just this past month, I've been pretty consistent with it, but I want to be even more consistent with, like, I guess just in general my social medias, like YouTube, my Instagram, maybe TikTok. I want to reach more audience and reach like more people and just gain more followings. So ideally by the end of 2022, I want to reach at least 10K subscribers, and I'm currently sitting at like 7K, so I just need 3K more, which I think is pretty big. But hopefully I can push out enough content to make people want to subscribe. So I know some of you incoming teachers might be wondering, like, where can you get some of your like resources? And here is a good resource to go to: CoreShare, a foreign teacher file sharing network. And before my class starts, it starts in about 8-ish minutes. I am gonna do a little bit of editing on my iPad here. As you can see, Haiku, let's go. Haiku is life. Do you know? So I use LumaFusion, and this is one of my most recent videos. Please check that out if you haven't already. And so yeah, I'm just gonna edit for like 8 minutes before my kids come in. And we'll start the lesson of the day. Let me see. Oh, Chuta. Oh no. Wow. Rudolph. Angry. Dot what? Huh? 불닭볶음면. Where? This? Oh, yummy. You see? Nice. Oh, okay. Let me see. Wow. Sing. Slow. Oh, good job. And just like that, my class is empty again, which is really nice. In case you guys want to know what game I was playing with the students, it's just a variation of Spoons, usually the card game. So hopefully that helps out with whoever knows the game. So for example, this is the book with the colors. I was using other words as well, but with this round I was using colors, so red, white, orange, black, whatever. Okay, you guys know color. So I had these little erasers here that acted as the spoons. I would set them here in the middle. I would then have the students ask, oh, what color is it? And then I, as a teacher, would say, oh, it's orange. And then the students would race to spell orange as fast as they can with these little scramble words. And then the first student finish spelling orange, would then grab an eraser, and that would be plus 1 point. And then the remaining students would keep going until there is no more eraser, leaving one out with zero eraser. And usually what happens with Spoon is that like the one who doesn't have the eraser is out of the round. But because I want my students to continue playing, like continue practice spelling, I just gave them points. I just ended up like with a bunch of points here and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a pretty fun game. So for now, I'm gonna relax for a little bit and then I'm gonna go to lunch afterwards. This is today's lunch. We got the kimchi radish. Of course, you got rice and orange and some sort of like cabbage spicy soup with beef. I don't know the vegetable. And then yapchae. Yapchae? I'm not, right? Noodle beef. dish. That's good. That's good. The school Christmas tree is still up. And they have a way to grow. Alright, and now that I'm done with lunch, I'm done with classes for the day. Fortunately for me, one of my last class got canceled, so I get to just hang out for the rest of the day, which is really nice. That means I get to work on another one of my goals for 2022, which is to become better at Korean. 한국어 잘 못해요 because 왜냐면 나는 한국말 잘 못해요. 알겠어? Basically, I just said because I can't speak Korean well. Yeah, my Korean is absolutely trash. It's a lot better than when I first got here, but it's not as good as I think it should be. And today, I will be using Lingo Deer. Let me see if you guys can see this. Lingo Deer, right here. Let's pop it open. Ooh, I'm actually on a session right now. Currently, I'm learning the phrase 이 내장고를 쓸 수 있으니까 버리지 말자. Oh my god, my Korean sounded so bad there. Let's
이
listen.
냉장고를 쓸 수 있으니까 버리지 말자.
Okay, so for this exercise, you just need to remove the phrase or the word that doesn't belong. I think it's this one. Nice. And then it's gonna tell you the correct phrase down here, which is a really nice app. I really like using Lingo Dare so far. It feels like a really interactive textbook. So I guess that's my quick review of Lingo Dare. It's a really good app. I think it's worth the price that you pay for it. And so you guys might be wondering, how many classes do you have per day or per week then? Or how often do you teach? And so as an EPIK teacher, you'll teach roughly anywhere from 20 hours to 22 hours, because 22 hours is the maximum that you're allowed to be teaching. Anything over that, you're going to be getting paid extra. Currently, I am teaching at 21 hours. For today, fortunately, one class was canceled. Usually I have about 4 classes. And then I'll have 5 or anywhere from 3 to 7 classes per day, depending on the day, throughout the week. And then anything else that isn't part of your teaching hours, you're just kind of at your desk, like I am right now, either studying or lesson planning, or doing what you want. So I'm going to continue to study for now, and we'll see what else today has in store for us. We have one more class, actually. Suddenly I have one more class. Oh, I'm putting on a movie. Alright, so sometimes that happens. Sometimes classes get canceled, and then sometimes other classes get thrown in. It is what it is. Fortunately, this was their last day of English class for this year, so why not? Let's just relax and have some fun and put on Incredibles for them, and they seem to really enjoy it. Now I finally get a little bit of time to relax. It is about 2 o'clock right now, 2 p.m. So I get the rest of the about 2 hours and 30 minutes to myself, and just gonna chill out. Hopefully no more random classes. Finally reached the end of the day. It is almost 4:20. We got about 10 minutes, and the kids are all out and they're waiting for the bus while there is no more snow, fortunately. So I'm gonna pack up, get ready to leave, and then I'm gonna go wait for the bus again. Hopefully the bus gets here pretty quickly because it is cold. Okay, so I'm currently waiting for the bus. As you can see, my school is in a super rural area. There's no, cityness here at all. This is actually a grape farm, I guess. Grape farm? Grape field? There we go. It's probably a grape field of some sort. That is something else. to note that if you become an EPIK teacher or just a teacher here in Korea, it is possible that you'll be teaching at a rural area as well. Fortunately for me, my school is only rural, but where I live is fairly suburban, and I'm lucky enough that I only live about 1 hour away from Seoul taking the bus. Our bus is here. Okay, so I just got out of the bus and now I am heading to the gym. Like right after work, it's always really hard just to find like motivation and energy to actually go to the gym. But we gotta finish this year strong. I only have 4 more days from filming this particular moment until the end of the year. So I have to go and at least complete this week of the gym. When you guys have goals, do you write down your goals? Because I find that writing down my goals doesn't actually help me at all. I end up losing my notes or my goals and misplace them somewhere. I have to take the elevator to get to this gym. This isn't the gym I usually go to, but usually this gym doesn't have a lot of people, so I don't want to be filming while there's people. Alright, let's go.
My head's so messed up, but I can't fold to no fear. Got sight set right up on these bands, and I'm gonna use to wipe tears. 5 years still sticking to the plans I made when I was a jit. Told moms I can't go live no normal life, won't stop till I'm rich. Said where were you when I was down bad, and the money coming to me so fast. Left the hoe, she a big dub, straightforward with it, I don't go back. Everybody living better, I still remember times when them broke down. Tried it on this come up, I gotta get a bag for the fam now. But I got nobody to lean on, got a cold heart in a cold world. Ever since you left, I don't know what's next, I ain't found closure. I keep a knife in my chest just to cut holes off, I don't know 'em. Leaving a bitch in the past, I gotta go now, it's over. Left me out here grieving. Shit on that up, baby, I'ma get even. It's a cold world, baby, and I'm just getting heated. So I'm the only one I ever really needed.
Okay, so I definitely spent way too long at the gym trying to get a good start to, you know, the new year. So hopefully I'm not like too sore the next day. It's time to go and treat myself. Treat myself with some CU candy? I don't know. Let's see what's in CU. Like donuts. Should we get donuts? Extra crunchy. What? New onion? It has protein. It has how many? 2.4 grams of protein. Melon milk. What? Alright. This is what I got. Melon and noodle snack. Ugh. Nice. Alright, so the real question is, are my clothes dry? And let me see. Try to. Yes. So in the winter, it can take an entire day, like and a half, for your clothes to fully dry, which kind of sucks if you're not using like your heater or anything and you're just trying to let it air dry and you're like ventilating like I am. So that is something to be wary of if you decide to move to Korea and you don't go to a laundromat. You will need to be a bit more, what's the word? You need to plan ahead a little bit more. Alright, so as I'm waiting for my dinner to finish cooking, let's try this noodle snack. Well, ooh, this is what it looks like. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this. Oh, it's got a little bit of a smoky chickenness to it. It's kind of interesting for a ramen. Alright, so to finish this off, I want to ask you guys again, What are some of your goals this year? Are they big ones or small ones? Or do you just generally not make New Year's resolution because you have like a lifelong sort of goal? So I think one of the reasons why am making goals more this year than I did in the previous year is because as like I continue to age, I no longer have like this set path made for me by my parents or by like society, right? When I was younger and going through my school days, the only goals I had was like finish school and get a job, and then I never really thought ahead of that. Now that I am at that point, I feel like if I don't have any goals, it's really easy for me to get like jaded. So even though the goals may seem small or redundant or like kind of pointless to other people, or doesn't seem like it needs to necessarily be something that you need to check off, I still think it's gonna be something worth thinking about that helps ground me in the future. And I think just like having these type of goals will continue to help me grow as a person. But one thing I do realize when thinking about these goals and realizing why I don't write down my goals is probably because my main goal is just to like enjoy life. As important as YouTube is becoming to me and like maintaining my physique and learning more Korean, I think overall, if I'm not enjoying life, then I don't see the point in having any of those goals. So I think it's a weird balance between having goals and then enjoying life. But yeah, it is something to think about. At least I think about that pretty often. I hope that you guys have a wonderful new 2022. And I hope that if you have any goals that you want to accomplish in 2022, that you do have the opportunity and chance to achieve them. Here's to all of us in the new year of 2022. And until next time, peace out. And I get 2.7 grams of protein. Let's go.